up, folks? Welcome to Sonofdel's life vlog, Vlogmas Day 3. As you can see, the lovely Christmas tree is behind me, and I've changed my setting for, obviously, for do this talk. Coming up on my vlog today, there isn't actually that much today because it's been a bit quieter because we've been putting decks out and stuff, or should I say my wife has. But there is the unboxing of the 4 advent calendars. I've also going to have a bit of a rattle as well about, you know, stuff that's happened today, and a bit of dog footage which will make you smile and giggle and laugh and stuff. So yeah, coming up first, it's the advent calendars, day 3.
What?
What? Tell her, Jess. Tell her. Go tell her.
Is it time? Is it time?
Have you found day 3 yet?
No.
We could have done with doing that before we turned on the phone.
Where's day 3? Ah, day 3.
Day 3.
You're a weirdo, Jess.
One more easier than others.
Do you want to say anything?
Sorry? I've got it.
Smile, you can't do that.
Oh, I haven't. I don't know why the end is for that one. Got it.
You can't get the stuff, can you, Jess?
What we got here? In a minute. In a minute. Your mum will want to give you. There you go. This. Pardon? Okay. You're vocal this morning. Ta. Not that one. It's you. Tormenting dog. Whoop. What? Whoop. What? Whoop. What? Ah. My hand disappeared down the throat nearly then. He's all gone. What's Mum got? Shouldn't laugh, but you didn't want your fingers anyway, did you?
Nope. All gone.
All gone. That's my finger. All gone.
All gone. Nosy.
Nosy, just because the car's gone down the road. Nope. Speaking of nosy. Yeah. Thank you. No.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cups of tea. You lie down. Lie down if you're interested.
Stop the dog. And here I am looking a bit rough and needing a shave. No, it's close with the dog. Don't worry about that. Me being a wally. Right, so far on the Lego Marvel Avengers Guardians of the Galaxy thing, we've had Star-Lord and then Star-Lord's accessories. Now we've got door 3, which I will now open.
And the dog's interested.
More Star-Lord stuff. Bad look at that. Let me just open it for you. Would you like it? You can't have me Lego. Oh, dear me. This is what you get when you've got an inquisitive dog. That is what's in door 3 of my Marvel Avengers Guardians of the Galaxy whatever calendar advent thing. Continue where we left off. The dog's, I think, is finally going to lie down. Yes, there you go. This I'm really impressed with so far. As you've seen from the pictures and the actual jigsaws themselves, they're really good quality, and they're not. They say that it's a hang on your tree, But looking at the size of them, some of them, I don't... What do you think, Deb? They'd be a bit big, wouldn't they?
Possibly the bottom branches, but then again, the dog's tail would knock them off.
Would you imagine 24 of them on there? You wouldn't be able to see the tree. Right, we're up to door 3 anyway.
You can make a garland out of them.
Yeah, you could, yeah. Oh, hey up.
And there's your strings.
Hey up. I'm trying to bend that down so it doesn't rip.
There's your ribbons.
There's the ribbons. Hey, that's a nice colour, isn't it? Nice colour blue.
It'll match next year's colours.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's a bit of a beast. And one gigantic jigsaw. This one actually, the first one, that's purple on the back. The others were red. So there's a nice jigsaw to do. And I'll be doing later, and you'll be seeing it on my vlog later as well.
Don't inspect it.
You can't eat that, that's the phone. Are you mad? No, if you don't want to do jigsaws. Yeah, so I haven't really got a jigsaw gallery for you today because the only jigsaws I've been doing really are the advent calendar ones. I am going to be starting a couple more. I'm going to do one actually after I've done this vlog. I'm doing a 500 piece one of a movie poster of Jaws. That'll be on my vlog tomorrow because I'll get that finished, no problem. Today, well, what a strange day, what a strange day. Started off, I'll just give you an update. The Studio Dawn thing I told you about yesterday, where I said, you know, they were a nightmare, I couldn't get in touch with them, blah blah blah. Well, today I decided to take it one step further. I'd already left messages on the chat on her website, but when I went for going to the website today, it said the website was not there. It would be back soon, so I don't know. I know that the woman who runs it, Chelsea, she's going to Europe for quite some time, starting in the new year. So whether she shut it down early, I don't know. Now what I did, I went onto Instagram and I posted a couple of posts where I basically said, why aren't you replying to me emails? You know, where are my boxes? Am I going to get a refund, etc, etc. Thinking I wouldn't hear anything and thought, well, at least I've tried. Anyway, she messaged me back. She said she's really sorry. She knows that at the moment Royal Mail are not, you know, haven't delivered all the parcels which are supposed to be delivered. But what she is going to do is she's going to give me a refund for the 4th box and try and get the second box, and try and get the 4th box sent out to me. So hopefully I will receive the other box. So I'll keep you updated on that. I'll keep you updated on that. But like I said, today's been a strange day. And one of the strange things about it was, sorry, my wife's just tiptoed behind the camera. Say hello, Deb.
Hello.
There you go. Bye, Deb.
What are you getting? Bye.
Dear me, if you think the dog photo bomb, it meets my wife creeping up on me while I'm trying to do a phone.
I wanted my phone.
Oh, she wanted a phone. There you go, you see. Nobody's life's right without a phone, is it?
Bye.
Bye, Deb. Yeah, we had the most bizarre thing today. It was about 11:45 and there was a knock on the door. 11:45 in the morning, like, and there was a knock on the door. And my wife went to the door and all I heard was these voices singing Christmas carols. And I thought, oh, somebody's playing a prank. You know, it's one of the neighbours or something messing about. But it wasn't. We actually had carol singers on the 3rd of December at 11:45 in the morning. Now, normally I'd have said to them, can you come back nearer the time because it's too early and I'm not really ready for Christmas, etc, etc. But the brilliant thing about these was, though they were only like about 8 and 6, one boy, one girl, they actually were handing out Christmas cards to people at the same time for listening to them, which I thought was very unusual and very unique. So I thought, well, yeah, you know, you've made the effort, so I'll make the effort. But after that, I started talking to my sister, and we were talking about when we used to do things like going carol singing and stuff. Now, I used to remember years and years ago when I used to go with my mate, and we literally used to do about 20 or 30 streets. And we wouldn't do this, what they do nowadays, where they come up, they knock on the door, they wait till you answer, and then they go, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and then disappear. My wife's trying to video bomb me. She keeps sticking her head round the corner.
I'm really going.
Right, you're really going this time. Bye, Deb.
Go on you.
Yeah, and yeah, we were talking about it and saying how literally me and my friend, we used to start singing carols, and we used to do once in Royal David City, we would sometimes do We Three Kings, and then we would knock on the door, carry on singing, and then somebody would answer the door, and we'd still carry on singing. We wouldn't just put his hand out like, you know, as if say, gives me some money or whatever. We'd carry on singing, and if they were interested, fair enough, they'd give us something. If they weren't, we'd just move on to the next house, as simple as, because obviously some people, you know, do all sorts of stuff like that, some people don't. But I've had a couple of bizarre experiences actually. One of them was, my hat does not go in the middle, does it? There you go. Yeah, we had some bizarre experiences. One was, when I used to live in Cobridge, me and my friend went carol singing, and we went round this street, and round this street near the chip shop, like, there was this family. I knocked on the door, and we're singing his Christmas carols. We knocked on the door, we carry on singing his Christmas carols. This guy comes to the door, and he just stands there, and he looks at us. And then another one comes, a woman, and she stands there and looks at us, and then another bloke, and we're thinking, what's going on? And we carry on singing, and then the guy, once we stop, the guy literally just says, hold on a second, and disappears. Eastern European, Polish he was Polish, and he says to me, he says, you come in. Well, we're a bit wary at this point, thinking, hang on, I've seen that horror film, you know. But we go in anyway. He leads us through to this big room, and there must have been about 20 of them there, a big family. And they turned round and they said, we are the first people who'd done carol singing there who actually sang Christmas carols. All the others just used to just go, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and like I say, hand out, got money or what? And it's like, that isn't what it's about, you know, that is not what it's about at all. And this guy said to us, you know, he says, yeah, you sit down, and we sat down, like, and it's like really weird, all these people talking to us, and they're playing Polish Christmas carols on this record player, and it was brilliant. We must have been there about half an hour. We had a mince pie each, and they passed around some hot drink thing that we had, and by the time we finished, they did like a whip around thing for us, and we ended up with nearly a tenner. Now back then, £10 was probably the equivalent of about 50 quid now, and we couldn't believe it. We were like, wow, we were made up. We were thinking, well, that's what we do. This is how we do carol singing. You know, we don't believe in this, oh, we're just in it for the money kind of stuff. We actually loved carol singing. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't sing a note. But back in the day, when I was like 12, 13, I was okay. I weren't too bad at singing, you know. So I used to love it. But we've also been before, when I lived at Braidley, this was before that, I was only about, what, 10, 11, me and my friends were doing carol singing, and we thought, what we'll do, we'll go on Christmas Eve. Perfect time, right? We went on Christmas Eve, and we're singing away, and people are paying us, blah, blah, blah. We get to this one house, I knock on, you know, we do the singing, we knock on, the guy comes to the door, and he says, can he come back nearer the time? We were like, how nearer the time? There is 3 hours left of Christmas Eve and you want us to come back nearer the time. It's like, there isn't a nearer the time. Tomorrow's Christmas Day, you know, we won't be back on Christmas Day caroling. So it was a really bizarre incident, but you know, I suppose it's part and parcel. Some people are like that. I've never been one of these though, that literally, if they hear carol singers in the street, they turn off all the lights and hide behind the sofa. I don't believe in that, because I think, to be honest, when I hear carol singers, I think to my childhood and when I used to do it, and how I used to appreciate, you know, and how people would sometimes come to the door. I've had before where people have come to the door, a man came to the door, and then a woman came and she was holding a little baby. And I thought, what the? And it was quite a big house where we did this carol singing in Braidley. It was one of the like nicer areas, and we were doing this carol singing, and they bought them. And he come to the door, and he was waiting for us, and he listened to us, and the baby's there, you know, in arms, and the baby's listening to us, and the mother is. And then they literally, you know, clapped the guy did, and gave us some money, and off we went. And it was like, you know, we just put on a free carol display for him. So yeah, we used to be made up with stuff like that. And of course, this time of year, you've also got the other side where we have the really, really bad weather. Now, what I used to do many, many years ago was I would go out after we'd had the really bad snow, because I used to live in a place called Stoke-on-Trent, and the place I lived in was called Braidley. Now, it was a village, and because of that, there was, when it snowed, you know, we had proper, real deep snow, 2-3 foot, no problem. And I used to go around to all these different houses, and I had a round, basically, of places where I cleared the snow off the path for them. You know, and some of them trusted me that much that they'd come out the door, they'd say, there's your money, clear the path, I'm just going out, I'll be back later. and they'd disappear, and they'd trust you to clear the path because they knew you would. You know, because at the end of the day, back then, people did things when they said they were going to. You know, not like now where somebody will say, oh, I'll be there on Friday, and then you're waiting, Friday comes, Saturday comes, Sunday comes, Monday comes, and then by Tuesday you're thinking, where were you? You know, don't, if you're not going to turn up, don't say you are. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because one of the worst ones, obviously, for that, is when I go down to the doctor's surgery for my regular checkup things and my thyroid injections and all that, I always see a very, very sad thing where it will say 1,000 and odd people last month failed to make their appointments. Now, I have never made a doctor's appointment, not turned up for it, but not let them know. Because as long as you let them know, if I rung up and said, sorry, I know I've got an appointment for 10 o'clock, but I'm really laid up with the flu, can I make it for another time? Bang, you've let them know. They can mark it off the computer then, job done. But 1,000 and odd people didn't even have the decency to let them know. Now just let's say 10% of those people couldn't, because, how can I put this, something might have happened more serious, you know, they might not have been able to let them know. But you're still talking a good 900 people who just could not be bothered to let them know they were not coming in for their appointments. And of course, when you do that, you're stopping other people who might need them appointments. Because I don't know how your doctor's surgery is, but ours is something like this. You ring up, and if you want a specific doctor, you can wait absolutely weeks. You can wait 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. If you just want to see somebody about a problem you've got, and you'll see anybody, they can get you in within 48 hours. Now, of course, if I say, oh yeah, I'll be down there at 4 o'clock, and I don't turn up, somebody might have rung up just after me, and there's no booking, so they can't get in. But because I couldn't be bothered to ring up and let them know, that 4 o'clock slot's disappeared, and this poor person hasn't been able, you know, get an appointment. And I just can't do that. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, I just can't. Anyway, I've just had a bit of a rattle with you about stuff. Coming up now, just a little bit of fun with the dog. So, yeah, you take care, and I'll do Vlogmas Day 4 tomorrow. Bad hair day.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad hair day?
Yeah.
Bad hair day. Me wig slipped.